Hey guys, we are building a campground from scratch on 100 acres of land. And in this video, we take a look at the vernal pool study that we had to have done because of the wetlands on our property. If you're new to this channel, we'll share everything we're doing in order to build a campground in Sanford, Maine. And we're going to get after it right now. Before we do that, my name is Michael Patterson. I'm a retired CEO of a software company I sold back in 2018. My family and I hope to one day run this campground together. If you want to learn everything there is to know about building a campground, click subscribe and tap the bell so that you'll be the first to know when we post another video about building a campground. My wife and I moved to Sand Pond back in 2000 when our kids were just toddlers. 20 years later, after I sold my company, over 100 acres of land came up for sale next to our home, and my wife and I decided to buy it and create a campground. We knew when we purchased it that there was a huge wetland area, but we only had a vague idea how big the wetland area was. After hiring a specialist to come in and study the wetland, we found out that it encompasses 25 acres. That's almost 25% of the land, and when you consider setbacks required by the Department of Environmental Protection, well over 25% of the property can't be developed. Since the property has wetlands, we knew that we had to perform a vernal pool study. If you're not familiar with vernal pools, they are also called ephemeral pools. They are basically seasonal pools of water that provide a habitat for certain plants and animals. They are a distinctive type of wetland usually found without fish, which makes them safe for the development of natal amphibian and insect species that are unable to withstand competition or predation by fish. Guys, if you're finding this video informative and you're a giving person, please give it a like. I know it's small, but it really helps us a lot. Thanks. Now, vernal pools are often surrounded by some type of deciduous forest, grassland, or other type of plant life, and they occur in different ecosystems all over the world. The vernal pools on our property are in a white cedar forest that is absolutely beautiful. Just walking on the trail near the edge of the forest is a great experience. Today I want to point out where the wetlands are on our property and of course the vernal pools. Keep in mind that just because an area of wetland might be considered a vernal pool, it may not be significant, which in our case, a significant vernal pool is one we have to stay 250 feet back from when we develop the land. In order to figure out if a vernal pool is significant, it has to be investigated by a licensed specialist. These studies can take place in the early spring. If you purchase land that has wetland, you can bet that the town has records on it, and you will likely be required to do a vernal pool study. Don't drag your feet on this. Contact a vernal pool scientist right away and make sure you are in line for a spring study. Our family feels that our vernal pools are beautiful and an important part of the campground. Although guests will not be allowed to get close to these fragile areas, they will be able to hike on designated trails in order to observe the environment. Of course, due to the seasonal nature of the pools, they are more interesting in the spring as they continue to dry up during the summer months. We have 4 vernal pools on our property, but only one of them is significant. If you are lucky enough to visit a vernal pool in Maine during the spring, you may find wood frog egg masses or spotted salamander egg masses. These feel like a type of jelly, and you can see the little embryos inside each egg. We think it is so cool to have these pools on our property and feel a great deal of gratitude knowing that our family will be protecting these fragile environments from future development. Since our campground plans involve developing the land closer to the pond, we are well over 1,000 feet from vernal pools. Guys, if you have a question or can add value to this video, please leave a comment down below. I'll respond as soon as possible. Thank you. In the next video, we'll discuss having wildlife studies performed, which check for endangered animals living in the area. All right, guys, I hope you found this video informative. If you did, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, let's build a campground.